Now, breaking news from WRAL. Coverage you can count on.
2 people were shot in a shopping center off of New Hope Church Road this morning. Coming up, what we're learning from the crime scene.
And the heat index this afternoon goes up to 100. I'll show you what it will feel like as we get through the week.
Drug manufacturer Novo Nordisk will make a major announcement today in Johnston County. The big expansion that's expected and the new jobs it could bring to the area.
And with this high heat, it's important that you take all the precautions you can. What you need to know to stay safe and avoid heat-related illnesses. There's certainly a cumulative effect to all this heat. Good morning, everyone. It is 6 o'clock. I spent the last week in Montana where the highs were in the 50s, lows were in the 30s, and I wish I could have brought that cooler weather back with me. This is weather whiplash for me. I'm Renee Chu.
I'm Jeff Hogan. That bright spot you're seeing this morning, Renee's back, so that's awesome.
So sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, it's good to have you back. You couldn't bring the Alberta Clipper or something,
right.
Something with you. Goodness.
Packing on my carry-on.
Yeah. Elizabeth Gardner in the WRAL Severe Weather Center. She's getting to feel what we've all had for a week now.
Yeah. Oh, I feel so sorry for Renee. I remember I lived in Colorado for a little while, and I would get off the plane when I came back home to North Carolina. I'd be like, whoa, oh my goodness, can we swim through this air? That is exactly what it's feeling like out there right now. Live look at Durham. It looks beautiful. We have partly cloudy skies, but our dew point is at 74. And if our muggy meter went down here, that's about really what it feels like. 81 right now as you're stepping out the door. Our heat index today by lunchtime already at 98, and it'll hold there through the afternoon, topping out at right around 100. Now, yesterday our high was 100, and that heat index is well over 105. So we did have a heat advisory yesterday. We're just under that heat advisory criteria today. Here's another thing that we're watching today. Some scattered showers and thunderstorms starting around lunchtime in our southeastern counties. We may see that on and off from Raleigh south and east all the way up until around 5 or 6 o'clock this afternoon. Some brief heavy rain with this, and for parts of Cumberland, Sampson, and Wayne County, we have a level 1 risk for severe storms. It's just a little sliver of our viewing area, but damaging winds are possible in that area. Again, very hot day. We climb into the low 90s by lunchtime. We'll see a high officially of 95. This heat index will remain high all week long. I'll show you when it will feel the hottest. Coming up, Ken.
All right, Elizabeth, at 6:02, I'm reliving my days when I lived in Portland, Oregon, so I can stay cool in my head, really. Taking a look at your morning commute this morning, nothing but green showing up on our maps this morning, which is really a good thing, is what you want to hear. All the major routes, the Beltline, 540, 87, Durham, Chapel Hill, just delay-free this morning. I want to go ahead and take you outside and show you exactly what I'm talking about. This is a live look this morning at I-40 and Harrison Avenue. Traffic flowing nicely in both directions.
Ken, thanks. We'll all be feeling the effects of the dangerous heat today. If you need to go outside, it's important to take necessary precautions. WRAL's Laura Levine is live at Knightdale Station Park this morning. Laura, doctors say people are at risk of heat-related illnesses in this weather.
Yeah, Renee, excessive heat can really take a toll on your body pretty quickly. We're here at Knightdale Station Park, and I came prepared. I have my bottled water, sunscreen, and a nice little fan to stay cool during this really hot day. But you know, we're looking at triple digits when it comes to what temperatures will feel like today. And this heat wave will definitely have an impact on people. First responders and hospitals have already seen an influx of patients for this month, anticipating to see more in the coming weeks. Wake County EMS says they received 8 heat-related calls on Saturday, and they've treated more than 20 patients because of this since June. Now, Dr. J.J. Hoff with Duke University Hospital says knowing the symptoms and pre-hydrating is key.
One of the ways that our body reacts to extreme heat like this is you get a lot of inflammation, which can lead to you getting dehydrated pretty quickly compared to normally. So you need to pre-hydrate so that all of your vital organs that are not used to being exposed to this kind of heat can do their normal job.
And he says if you do begin to feel yourself overheating, finding quick ways to cool off like a nice cold towel or even a fan like this with a mister is actually the most efficient way to basically regulate your body. However, if you have some more of those severe symptoms like lightheadedness, dizziness, you may want to call 911. Laura Levine, WRAL News, live in Knightdale.
2 people are hurt after a shooting this morning near New Hope Church Road and Atlantic Avenue in Raleigh. Nick Perlin is in the WRAL Breaking News Tracker at the Raleigh Police Department right now. Nick, this was a large scene for police. Several hours overnight they were there.
And Jeff, that's right. A lot to show you from what happened early this morning. This was at a shopping center right off of New Hope Church Road. I'm going to show you this video from the WRAL breaking news tracker, and you can see Raleigh police taping off large portions of the parking lot here as they try to figure out what exactly happened here early this morning. Like Jeff said, we know 2 people were shot and they are expected to recover, but I also want to show you another part of this crime scene. This is a crash that happened on New Hope Church Road right next to the shopping center. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because Raleigh police and crime scene investigators were searching through this white car all throughout the morning. They were taking pictures and also looking for fingerprints as well. So we're still trying to learn right now if this white car has anything to do with the 2 people who were shot. That's a question that we're still asking Raleigh police this morning, and we're hoping to get more information as the morning continues. I'll stay on top of this one. Reporting live in Raleigh, Nick Perlin, WRAL News.
And we're following more breaking news this morning. 3 people are in the hospital after a shooting near a restaurant in Raleigh. This happened about 11 o'clock last night outside La Buena Vida on Falls of Noose Road. Police say a man and a woman have non-life-threatening injuries. Another man has a serious injury, and they're working to determine what led up to that shooting. Police don't have anyone in custody yet.
More breaking news. Crews responded to a fire at a home on Crosslink Road in Raleigh. This is video from the WRAL breaking news tracker. We're working to learn more about what caused this fire and how badly the home was damaged. Today, Novo Nordisk is expected to make an announcement on a major expansion. At a news conference this afternoon at 2 o'clock, the drug manufacturer will reveal plans for what it describes as a significant development. People familiar with Novo Nordisk's plans tell WRAL's NC Capital team the company is investing more than $1 billion in Johnston County. The expansion is expected to create about 1,000 new jobs. The Johnston County Board of Commissioners are holding a special meeting this morning to talk about economic incentives for development. Sources tell WRAL that meeting is about Novo Nordisk.
Raleigh police are working to learn what led to a shooting that sent a man to the hospital. They say a person was shot at an apartment complex Sunday afternoon. Video from the WRAL breaking news tracker shows police cars blocking off Crockett Court. Witnesses say they heard 2 men arguing before that shooting happened. No charges have been filed yet.
Several people are in police custody after 2 separate high-speed chases over the weekend. According to WRAL data trackers, this makes at least 44 chases involving law enforcement in our area already this year. Police say the latest chase started Sunday afternoon after 2 people tried to steal from a Walmart. Officers tried to stop their car, but the driver sped away. The chase ended with a crash on NC 98 near Camp Kanata Road. Both people in the car were hurt. They're expected to be okay. And a Rayford man is facing serious charges after leading a trooper on a high-speed chase. That chase started on I-40 East just before midnight Saturday night. The driver crashed when trying to exit onto I-95 South near Benson. Troopers say he went off the road while trying to take the exit at nearly 100 miles an hour. Troopers say the driver, 26-year-old Lamine Lowe, was in a stolen car.
A funeral is happening today for former Raleigh City Councilman Eugene Weeks. It'll be at noon at Watts Chapel Baptist Church in Raleigh. A visitation begins at 11 a.m. Weeks passed away June 14th. He was appointed councilman in 2010. He was 83 years old.
The state Senate is expected to vote today on how the state should spend a $1 billion surplus. The vote is another step in a standoff with the state House over how to spend the money. The chambers need to agree on a proposal for any of it to be spent. But lawmakers are still at odds over things such as extra raises for state workers. The new fiscal year begins in a week. Legislative leaders indicate that it could be months before a new budget is approved, if one gets approved at all. For full coverage of state budget negotiations, go to the NC Capital section of WRAL.com.
Today, city leaders in Fayetteville will vote on the fiscal year 2025 budget. The nearly $320 million budget is up about 3% from last year's. That vote will happen at a meeting that starts at 6:30 tonight.
Starting today, you may notice more law enforcement along the highway. It is the first day of Operation Firecracker, Booze It and Lose It. Dozens of law enforcement agencies will increase their patrols and be on the lookout for drunk drivers. It's an annual effort focused on the 4th of July travel period. Duke University leaders will mark the beginning of the campaign at the Karsh Alumni Center this morning. Operation Firecracker runs through July 7th.
Just about 10 after 6 right now on your Monday. A man is dead after an apparent shark attack in Hawaii. Authorities say he was a well-known surfer and lifeguard.
A team of North Carolina athletes is set to represent the state on the national level. How the Wake Tornadoes are preparing to go for the gold in the Special Olympics.
And there's no break in our excessive heat this week, but we do have some chances for thunderstorms. This afternoon, I'll show you who's more likely to see storms and who's under a level 1 risk for severe weather.
As you get into your car, tune to WRAL News Plus on your radio. In Raleigh on 99.3 FM. In Durham, 96.5 FM. And everywhere on 101.5 HD3.
6:13, a cold front comes sweeping through today. We've had some showers and thunderstorms ahead of it in the northeastern part of North Carolina and down to the south too, around South Carolina. We'll see some of that here this afternoon. We do have a level 1 risk for parts of Wayne County, Sampson County, and Cumberland County, just a tiny sliver of Cumberland County. Damaging winds are possible, some heavy rain, but it would be brief. This is not going to be, any sort of real relief from the heat. It will likely start, say, early to mid-afternoon, 40% chance between 3 and 4 o'clock, and then after that, that chance diminishes. But it's really mainly going to be along and east of I-95. Pretty sunrise here in Sanford. Look at that. The sun just popped up over the horizon, looking gorgeous. A little bit of sunshine out there. Temperatures are hot as you head out the door, though, near 80 in some spots already, Ken.
And Elizabeth, happening now in the WO Traffic Center, we just have reports of Raleigh police working a crash on the 3000 block of Timblestone Lane. That's in a neighborhood. Nothing for you to worry about in terms of your major commutes, but I just wanted you to know about it, just in case you live in that neighborhood and you're seeing some police activity. Elsewhere around the triangle, all the major routes in Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, all delay-free at this hour.
Saudi government says more than 1,300 people have died during their pilgrimage to Mecca this year, many because of the effects of extreme heat. The government statement said more than 80% of the people who died were unauthorized pilgrims. They walked long distances under direct sunlight without adequate shelter or comfort. The statement also said several elderly and chronically ill people died. The pilgrimage to Mecca is one of the 5 pillars of Islam.
A lifeguard is dead after an apparent shark attack off the Hawaiian island of Oahu. Local officials say the 49-year-old lifeguard's body was found on a beach Sunday afternoon. The 911 caller said the body had signs of more than one shark bite. Authorities identified the man as a well-known surfer named Tamayo Perry. His official cause of death has not been identified.
Scary situation on Harris Lake for 3 people who had to be rescued from a sinking boat. The Wake County Sheriff's Office says that boat was sinking. It was reported just before noon Sunday. A team with the Sheriff's Office found the boat and was able to rescue one of the passengers. A nearby boater rescued the other 2 people. The Sheriff's Office said that boat sank because of mechanical issues.
A local group of amazing athletes will represent North Carolina on the national stage this summer. The Wake Tornadoes softball team will compete in the Special Olympics North American Games in Pittsburgh. One of the players on the team is Zoe Betts. Her mother says doctors told her when Zoe was a baby that she would not be able to walk or talk. She's always been determined, though, including the day she tried out for the team.
She has some vision issues. She got smacked in the face with a softball, broke her nose in 2 places, and insisted with blood on her everywhere she was going to try out.
It's just great just getting out there, just seeing everyone play their best, just learning about how they got there, what everyone's story is, and just seeing how everyone has dedication for Special Olympics and, of course, just trying to win the gold.
Zoe's perseverance is so inspiring. The Wake Tornadoes will begin training for the games next month, but they need help getting there. To learn how to support and donate to their dream, please visit WRAL.com.
Cumberland County's public libraries will serve as cooling stations today for people who need relief from the heat. Each of the county's 8 libraries will be open from 9 to 7 today. The lobby of the County Department of Public Health will serve as a cooling station from 8 to 5 today, and the lobby of the Department of Social Services will be open from 7:30 to 5. Anywhere you can get a little break from the heat. Beautiful sunrise here starting up our Monday. Elizabeth Gardner in the WRAL Severe Weather Center right now.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. It just doesn't feel great out there. You know, we slipped into this on Saturday. And the thing about heat is that it's cumulative in terms of the effects on your body. So if you were out in it Saturday and Sunday and Monday and Tuesday, maybe you were fine. And then Wednesday, all of a sudden, you succumb to some of these heat-related illnesses. So that's why this week is going to be especially dangerous for us. We're looking at partly cloudy skies right now, some cloud cover there in Apex and mostly clear in Chapel Hill, courtesy of Top of the Hill Restaurant. And of course, our newsroom there in Fayetteville. Here's what happens today. We're going to have a little bit of active weather today. We're going to see a cold front dropping in on us. It's a very weak front. It's not going to bring us much rain, but it will drop our dew point or our humidity just a touch along with our temperature. We hit 100 yesterday. We're looking at 95 today. Our heat index yesterday was well over 105. It'll be right around 100 today. And then notice right at lunchtime, a few isolated showers and storms from, say, Rocky Mount through Johnston County, Harnett County down to Fayetteville, Clinton, Goldsboro. You may also see an isolated shower or thunderstorm sometime between lunchtime and around 3 o'clock. After that, it may start to fizzle around 5, 6, 7 o'clock. And not everybody's going to see it. This is not going to be any sort of drought buster, but notice how the clouds are all coming out of the north. So it is going to bring us a slightly drier air mass. On Thursday, that'll be our next best chance of showers and storms. Another front comes through with a better chance of more widespread showers and thunderstorms for us on Thursday. Hopefully that'll give us a small break from the heat. For today, a level 1 risk for just the southeastern corner of Wayne County, part of Sampson, and a little bit of Cumberland County. Our rain chances today are 40%. It goes up to 60% chance on Thursday. And in the middle, we couldn't rule out a few isolated showers or storms. It really looks like today and Thursday will be our best chances. Look at this, though. Over the next 5 days from the Triangle area north and west, I mean, barely any rain at all. But Fayetteville and Clinton, maybe half an inch to an inch. That might be, you know, kind of on the high end. Around Goldsboro, maybe parts of Harnett County, maybe a quarter of an inch. Boy, we desperately need the rain, too. We have either 0 to around 20% of our normal rainfall in the last 30 days. And in the last 2 weeks in particular, it has been dry, dry, dry. Our heat index for this afternoon likely to be close to 100 today and tomorrow. And then it may be a little closer to 105, 107 Wednesday and Thursday. And 104 to 105 is the criteria for a heat advisory. So we'll be watching Wednesday and Thursday closely, both 99 potentially for the high on Wednesday. And then after that, again, we just continue to be hot, Ken. No break in sight.
No break in sight whatsoever. And you're getting a break at least with your morning commute. Take a look at what I'm talking about. Nothing but green showing up on the map this morning. In Raleigh, the Beltline, I-40 west, east, everything looking great this morning. I want to take a closer look and give you a look at what's going on in Durham, Hillsborough, Chapel Hill, all the major routes, 85, 15, 751, I-40, delay free this morning, and that's exactly what you want to hear.
Ken, thanks. The heat may have you longing for the beach, right? But rescue officials are warning about rip currents. The dozens of rescues lifeguards had to make in the water off our coast this past weekend.
And this is Wild Thang, the newest winner of the title, World's Ugliest Dog. How he is enjoying his new celebrity status. That's coming up on What's Trending.
That's some wild hair. Here are your winning lottery numbers. We'll be right back.
This What's Trending report, sponsored by Rug & Home.
It's a moment Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce fans have been waiting for, his on-stage debut.
And Ken Smith is here now with What's Trending on our Monday, Ken.
Oh, boy, is it trending. Boy, Kelce joined Taylor for one of her outfit change transitions during a show at London's Wembley Stadium last night. Listen to her fans. He carried her across the stage and set her down on the couch. A lot of people thought he was going to drop to one knee, to be honest with you. His performance didn't end there. It continued for the rest of the segment, much to the delight of that amazing crowd.
Yeah, he was all in on that segment, even did a little dancing and, applied makeup to her as well with a little powder brush there. But Fans were so excited about this. He didn't sing, though. Maybe that will be the next thing. This is kind of an evolution of Kelsey on the Eras Tour.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know how you top that, but how about WRAL Thing?
All right.
Yeah. He now owns the title of world's ugliest dog. WRAL Thing is now a celebrity, of course. This is video of him going through the airport on his way to New York. He and his owner will be live on the Today Show this morning to talk about this big honor.
Yeah, WRAL Thing finally broke through the ugly, because this is the fourth time he's been in this competition. He was runner-up the 3 previous times. So finally takes the title of ugly.
I love the hair, and that tongue. I don't know if that hanging out tongue is a permanent thing, but
it is
so
because
cute.
he was sick as a foster pup, and his teeth didn't grow in, and that's why his tongue hangs out. He can't help it.
Okay,
that's just him.
See the backstory; it's even more adorable.
Yeah, yes, cute.
WRAL Thing in the house.
Cute and ugly.
Inside Out 2 is setting more records at the box office. It brought in $100 million during its second weekend in theaters. That is the most any animated movie has ever made in its second weekend. My daughter and I went to go see it last week. Really good. It's now made $355 million in its first 10 days, and that makes it the biggest movie of the year so far.
And you're part of that stat. Yep. Check out this huge sculpture drawing crowds to Dix Park. This sculpture is called Atun. Okay, sculptor DeWitt Godfrey created this, made from 80 steel cylinders, and it's 18 feet tall, 150 feet long. You can find it at the entrance, the Boylan Avenue entrance there. Visitors are already wandering through those tunnels and holes and all of it, really. The description says it's, quote, meant to be explored. And, of course, it's also making for great photo ops for people.
Yeah. Instagram worthy. It's been 2 years since the Supreme Court decision overturned Roe v. Wade. How both pro-life and pro-choice advocates are marking the anniversary ahead of what could be another landmark ruling.
And our heat index is going to feel like almost triple digits by lunchtime and stay very hot through the afternoon. Of course, this trend continues all week long. I'll show you when it will feel the hottest and when we may get a little rain to drop those temperatures.
2 people are hurt after a shooting early this morning in Raleigh. Coming up, everything we learned early this morning from the crime scene.